No, they're more like you're my woman. You're my woman. I don't know if they have the concept of the word wife.
Remember we were talking about Steph Curry, and you were telling me how I'm a villager.
No, I don't. But I'd love to hear this fucking recap.
We were talking back and forth about
Ayesha Curry. Okay.
And you're like, you can't imagine what, because I said what I would do if my wife was disrespecting me.
Oh yeah, sure.
And then you're like, yeah, like that's what villagers do.
Yeah, okay.
My culture is deeper than yours, you fuck.
What do you mean deeper?
There's less chance of me being a villager than you.
No, that's what we were both villagers at one point. Your culture is an older culture than ours is, but at one point they were just villagers, man. No. We were Mesopotamia before it was Mesopotamia.
Bro, Mesopotamia before it was named Mesopotamia. Let's get back to the basics. We don't have that much.
Sure. Start from wherever you want to start from.
So FIFA. Let's
FIFA.
Get it up.
Okay, sure.
Surprisingly, Canada's still in it.
Canada's still in it.
Iran got bombed.
Iran, bro, that's close, man. I feel bad for the Iranians.
Do you know what happened? I think it was rigged.
Okay, so really funny was the last game that Iran was basically hoping on was Algeria and Austria, and it ended 2-2 at like the last minute of the last minute. It was like the last kick of the game. Had Austria not tied, Iran would have gone through.
The other corrupt ass thing was I'm not even listen. You told me about the fucking FIFA, and I was like, listen, this is just going slow. So that's where I'm leaning towards. I just think most of this stuff goes back to Gladiator, showing the people Gladiator and distracting them type deal.
Well, it's of course it's bread and circus. It always was, but I love it. So I just
fair.
But I recognize it for what it is, 100%. Like the amount of shit that's happening right now, it's being like swept under the rug because like, yo, FIFA, it's like the big shiny thing. Of course.
One thing I think in my head, I'm like, before it's too late, I got to step away from the Goyslav once I can, because I have a much more addictive personality than you.
That's true.
So then I just kind of step away. I don't want to be like these other people where, you get the TSN, you get this.
Yeah.
Fucking FIFA, like, fuck. I'm fucking watching online. But as far as I'm concerned, I think the most successful teams have been the teams with the youngest roster average, with the most African-born players.
Yes and no.
Well, who is?
Well, it's like so far who's left. So yes, France, obviously the best team right now in the tournament, France, and so that argument applies there. We have other contenders. Spain's got zero. They got like two. They got Yamal, which is like the best young kid in the world, and Nico Williams, and that's it. Everyone else is like white.
Yeah.
Norway is like Hitler's dream because they are 99%, except they got one black player. They got Musa, and he actually scored a banger in the last game.
You know what Musa means?
Isn't that the last name of Mansa Musa? Was it Mansa Musa? No. Was the richest black king in the world?
In Aramaic and in Arabic, how you call Moses is Musa.
Oh,
so this is way before any last name. This
sure.
Fucking prophet Moses, bro.
Damn, bro, that's crazy.
First Testament.
Yeah.
They didn't even know about Jesus.
The old.
They didn't even know about Jesus.
They prophesized about him.
They talked about him.
Yeah, and then, but it's funny because the jokes have always been, and they will always continue. Where it's like, if Canada plays France, they're like, yo, is it really Canada versus France, or is it Senegal versus?
No, man, it's Africans versus Africans.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, you'll have a variety. You have like Argentina, for example, zero. You have zero colors.
That's where the Jews went. And Germany.
No, it's the anti-Jews. It's where the Germans.
Well, no, because technically, I don't know if you know, the president of Argentina is related to Bibi Netanyahu, family line.
Malay?
Yeah, look that up. Look that up real quick right now. ChatGPT.
Oh, let's do it. Yeah.
ChatGPT that shit, because that is a crisp call.
Okay. Let's see.
I seen this somewhere. I'm recalling it. Fuck it.
Malay Netanyahu
is Gemini controlled opposition. You got to ask yourself.
Everyone is OpenAI. Who runs OpenAI?
Everybody.
Altman.
Everybody.
No. So there's no family ties. It's okay.
We're gonna miss.
It's okay.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Wedding.
Oh, okay. You want to hit that first? Sure.
Dude, we'll just go one by one.
Well, it's because we're gonna be doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I got married.
Yeah, that's right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
He was in a rush. I'm happy for him. They both look beautiful. Shout out to Sabrine.
Shout out to you for this fucking watch, man. From what I heard, you were a big part in making sure she knew what to get.
I'll tell you something. 32 years, I never had a suit. I never had a tux. Not because I couldn't afford it, because I just didn't give a fuck.
Sure.
I went to the nicest place I could find. Got the nicest tux.
Yeah.
Velvet. But I stayed true to my own. I told you I'm not gonna wear a tie.
I saw the shoes. I saw the shoes. That's nice.
Shoes,
yeah.
Everything. I came in. just crisp for my boy, and that's brotherhood. That's all that is.
I'm trying to remember I think, was it here or was it at the old place where you asked and
asked what
the watch? Yeah.
Okay, so for people who don't know, Sabrina reached out to me a few months ago.
Yeah.
And she's like, listen, I'm trying to get Hector something. She showed me some Omega that was like white. It had scratches on it, looked like trash. And I was like, brother, let me help you out.
Yeah,
Listen, this is the website. You go here, you take a look around. If you got questions, call me. This is what he likes. This exact one is what he likes. Just get that one.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the price. If it's a little lower, a little higher, don't worry about it. Just get that one. And I was like, I don't know if she got the one I told her, but there was one I had box and card and everything.
Yeah, this one came with box and card.
Perfect, because resell. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
And so she went and bought it, and then fuck, man, I'm fucking static for you, man.
Yeah, no, it was beautiful. Like I said, I was not expecting this. I had an idea when Jason walked out, because apparently she hid it in one of our closets that we don't go to.
Jason's Sabrina's brother.
Yes, for those who don't know. So yeah, as I was getting ready, the photographers were there for videographers, and all of a sudden they're like, "We got something for you." And I'm like, "Ah, shit." And like I said, I had an idea. It's like, okay, she probably got me some kind of watch. I was thinking like a Hamilton, because I've talked about it in the past. But I was like, no way, she's gonna like Omega. I'm like, that's too fucking far out there. And then all of a sudden, comes out with the bag, and then I open it, and as soon as I pull out because with the box, it's got the big fucking red Omega stamp, and I was like, oh fuck me. And then I was reading the card, and then I got emotional because I realized what it was. I was like, oh fuck. And then I opened it, and I was like, god damn, it was nice.
Shout out to Sabrina.
She did good. She did real
that's
fucking
good research.
Yeah.
She contacted the proper people.
Yeah, she told me about it afterwards, like the whole like logistics, but she was like stressed and shit. She was like, I don't know if you remember, but there was like one day that I was like kind of like snappy because I was like stressing. And I'm like, yeah, you were. It's because like DHL was trying to like do some like all this weird shit with like customs clearance and whatever. And she's like, I was doing all that in the background, you didn't know. And I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, man, good for her. Shout out to Sabrina.
Shout out.
After marriage thoughts. What do you think? What's something you can tell people now that you're married to the unmarried?
Well, we were talking about this recently, like myself and Sabrina, and everybody's been asking like, oh, how's married life? And for the most part, it kind of just started because especially if you do a honeymoon, that's not really married life. Like honeymoon's just a fucking vacation. Everything's amazing.
It's a coping mechanism.
Everything. I don't say it's a coping mechanism, but like everything's great. Like you're just well, you're getting drinks, you're getting food, like whatever, right? Yeah. And then when you get back home, down to reality, that's like the married life side of it, right? So right now, I'd say things are great. It's actually better than before, especially considering that there was a lot of stress on both of our minds leading up to the wedding, like because we put this wedding together ourselves. We didn't hire a wedding coordinator or wedding planner, so everything that you saw was organized by us in some way, shape, or form. And so that carries like a mental load. And so I noticed that on both of us leading up to the wedding. And as soon as the whole thing was done, we're like, all right, like now we're chilling. And obviously now there's like other big things that are going to come up for us. But right now, I would say things are even better than they were before. For some people, you'd be surprised. Like, oh, you think like, oh, with marriage, you all of a sudden like, things are different, like they're worse. But I would say they're actually, like I said, they're better. Like things right now, they're really, really nice.
I'll say something for you, just from the outside in. For someone who I've always known you to want to get married.
Yeah.
And I can't say the same for myself in
sure.
But it's essentially similar to something of a milestone achieved through pressure and hardship and planning, coordination and patience and all these things. So similar to any other milestone achieved, it's kind of like you passed the bar, you got into med school, you got kids, any of that. And it's essentially, if you are related to this person or friends with this person, my perspective was, I was just over there like from the 78 times I had to get up and sit down at church to all the way getting drunk with Emil.
Yeah.
To the very end of the night where I'm like, I got to dip. I didn't even say goodbye. I was like, bro, I'm going to get caught by cops.
And that's that's totally okay. Like we actually saw a lot of reels beforehand leading up where people are like, if you're going to leave during like the dance, just leave. Don't say bye. Cause then you interrupt the flow of whatever's going on, whether I'm dancing, she's dancing, we're doing whatever. And then so it's totally, that's actually preferred. What you did, the Irish goodbye, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
That's the way.
I always do that. And listen, when
I almost did that just now while you're in the shower.
There you go. When I'm about to die, no one will know.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Arman's not here anymore. You know what I mean? That's the move, right?
Yeah.
You come in with a bang, you leave crisp like a ghost.
That's right.
Right? But I'm actually happy for you guys. I just want to touch base on that. And,
Appreciate it.
I think for the people who want to get married, definitely get married sooner rather than later if you can afford it.
Yeah, I would say don't wait. And quick words of advice for anybody who's thinking, who's on the fence. It's almost a piece of advice that goes bigger than a wedding in some ways. Like it extends to other parts of your life. But don't wait for things to be perfect to do the things that you want to do.
Nice.
Just do them.
Yeah.
They will turn out. Right? If you're worried that's not going to be, it will turn out. So just don't let that be a limitation on yourself.
I got a few quotes, and I want you to just listen to them.
Sure.
And this portion's called Quotes We Rate. Okay?
Okay.
Some are born to obey, some are cursed to see. What do you rate that at 10?
7.
7.
That's a good 7.
Keep it going, dog. Keep it going. Older men have it easier than older women. Younger women have it easier than younger men. Nature is kind to women, but time hates them. For men, nature is cruel, but time is kind. Mother Nature, Father Time.
6.5.
6.5.
Yeah.
All right. What are you afraid of losing when nothing in this world belongs to you?
7.5.
I'll tell you who these people are, and it's one guy that keeps coming up. And the surprising thing is how the fuck this guy lived such a long time ago and then came up with this radical quotes that shake us up 1,000 years later. The first great responsibility of man is to honor the silence of his father who carried burdens he never complained about.
That's an 8.
Same guy.
That's an 8.
As the last one. Same guy.
Okay.
Nothing conquers a man who has already accepted the cost.
Damn.
Yo.
8.5.
Yo. Nothing conquers a man who has already accepted the cost.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a way of living life.
It is. Who is this?
I'll tell you after.
Oh, okay.
I want you to guess for a second after I say it.
Sure.
This is a different guy. I know it was my father's first time on this earth too, but I know he has it worse when he was little, but I was little too.
I think I've heard that quote actually. I don't know who it is, but that's a good one.
Franz Kafka.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
And the other good ones were Marcus Aurelius.
Marcus Aurelius. Nice.
Crazy. Think about what timeline that was.
Mr. Stoicism 101.
Dude, insane.
Yeah.
Some of these guys, sometimes I'm getting so old. Sometimes I read these quotes and I swear to God, this is probably gay as fuck. I got a fucking hard on. I'm like, little bit gay.
The
chill.
But he would approve.
The aura to understand these concepts and name them from years ago is insane.
Yeah. So what happens when you have no distractions and fucking no stimulus?
No voice law, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah.
All this struggle just for life to end on a random day. Who do you think that is?
I think that's more modern.
Dostoevsky.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
To be free. What do you rate that one?
I think that one's like a 7.5.
To be free, you must first eliminate two things: the fear of a bad future and the memory of a bad past.
That's a really, really good one. That's like almost a 9. Yeah.
These names.
These are the classics.
Legendary.
Yeah.
Legendary.
These are the classics.
A man with no money and a woman with no beauty see the world without illusions.
Oh shit.
Fuck with me.
That's a really that might be close to 9, like 8.5.
That's a 9.265 for me. Damn. Like the crispness. And that's Dostoevsky.
Yeah.
That's a boy. And actually 3 more last ones. It was never about rich. Oh fuck, that's not even a good one. If a million loved you, I am one of them. And if one loved you, it was me. And if no one loved you, then I'm dead.
Damn. That might be the best one. That's a 9.5.
I find that the best quotes are the ones with sacrifice and pain that turns that into reality that you can understand.
I'll add in that I like the ones that make you look far and wide, but then bring you in at the same time, right? Like when they bring you real close.
This one's all right. If you want to know a person, discuss politics, religion, and women with him.
It's all right. It's like a 6.5.
Yeah, man. I'm a big believer in understanding quotes because essentially some of these people have gone through many life altering events, and then they came up with a concept, just in one concept in their whole life.
Yeah.
That speaks to their understanding of what life is. And I don't think we as a people, as a nation, as a generation, we don't actually understand, nor do we respect these quotes, because it's not like tech where you came up with some tech. It is a concept of mind that we no longer pay attention to and we feel like we surpassed. But these are still pinnacles of life lessons and milestones that we still see every day.
And I think a lot of this too, like you bring up Dostoevsky, like a lot of this stuff is lived experience. Like you can't cheat that.
No.
Right?
No.
You can't, even with AI or technology or whatever, you can't cheat having lived a life. Right?
Some may say you may cheat wisdom, but you may not cheat life.
Yeah, that's a good one. Arman and Hector.
2027. All right. Life changes. Advice to your younger self. You know, you've experienced life.
Some life, yeah.
Some of us more than others. What would you want to say to yourself if you could restart again? One sentence.
The one I said earlier is probably the strongest one. If I had to, I guess, rephrase it, it's don't let the lack of something prevent you from starting something. Like, don't let that want of perfection limit you. And that's something that I would definitely tell to my younger self. I know people similar that could probably appreciate that, but I think that's what I want to say to myself.
I would say to my younger self, there's two paths, and you can't cheat either one. One, you lose friends chasing success and finances. The other one, you lose success and finances making a lot of friends. It's only two ways.
It's a good one.
What do you think so far? A quick little 2-sentencer about the market right now. So now we're in a fucking deficit.
Don't ask me, man. That's beyond me at this point.
We're in a deficit, right? We're in a deficit. Two reasons. One, the Iran-Israel USA war really fucked up supply chains, really fucked up pricing. The other thing that is more locally or regionally happening is obviously since Trump took over and went against all of these trade agreements that we had with us, them, and Mexico, there's a lot of sectors in Canada that are no longer as needed. And I think that one is affecting us way more than the war in Iran. And I think it's been affecting real estate and construction and forestry and agriculture and all these things that we do the most trade with the States. The concept I don't understand from our politicians is, how can you be so blind and how can you be so biased? Like I have portfolio, other people have portfolios. When I tell people I made 20% on mine and my girlfriend's portfolio over the last 10 years, nobody believes me. Everybody's like, bullshit, whatever that case may be. But the reality is I understand leverage and I understand diversity. How can a politician, how can a cabinet not understand that same concept? And yes, I get it. It's easy. It's been okay for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. But the understanding of never diversifying is fucking insane. Like, it's like saying every month you're going to take $2,000 and buy one stock, one singular stock. And then you're just going to keep doing that. It's worked for 20, 30 years, but you're just going to keep. The retardation level is insane that concept never passed through anybody's mind.
So are you saying, why didn't we diversify before all this shit happened?
Well,
think about it. You're talking about your strongest trading partner. We're talking about before the shit went weird, right? For 20, 30, 40 years, whatever. Your strongest trading partner also happens to be the strongest economy in the world. How could you not push on that? You know what I mean? Like, how could you not just keep pressing it in? Like,
doesn't matter if you press it in, you could still press other.
No, but that's the thing is like, you're right. You could go to another avenue and you like invest, create new trading partners, whatever. But at the end of the day, you're taking time, money, and effort away from that number one trading partner who was most likely going to make you more money. So that's the thing is
the outside salesman. I
the greed. What I'm saying, no. I'm pointing out facts.
No.
The ultimately what it is the greed. The greed is like, well, if I put in an extra 5 million with the States, it's going to give me 10, whatever. I'm just making up numbers. But if I put it in with Japan, Korea, these emerging markets in Asia, Latin America, Europe, wherever, it's only going to net me 8 or 7 or 6. oh, in the long term, it might be safer if shit in the States goes weird, if our relationship gets fucked up. But we're not going to think about that because we only care about our next 4-year cycle. That's the biggest thing with politicians. They only think in 4 years. They don't have to think longer because all they ever care about is the next 4 years until the next election cycle. Even though they want to stay in power forever, our elections are only 4 years or even less. So they don't have the long-term mentality because they don't need to. That's not what gets them elected. No one is thinking, oh, the liberals are thinking in 20 years. Awesome. Like no one's thinking that long. And so that's the biggest, I think, issue with a lot of these policies and things that have come around is it's reactionary because of how our system is set up. You don't need to be long-term if short-term gets you elected.
I have a few pushbacks.
Sure.
One, you're an outside sales guy.
Mm-hmm.
The concept of your work and the concept of networking is basically how you survive. You can't put all your eggs in the same basket. You keep having to put eggs in different baskets. You have more powerful baskets, sure, but you have separate baskets.
Mm-hmm.
You understand that concept.
But I also understand greed, right?
Greed would be the reason why you want to diversify.
No.
Your
I push back on
capabilities as a country is not signified just with one trading partner.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we all agree the stock market, the actual market, the economy of the States is much bigger than everybody else. But who's number two?
When? Right now? Or even 20, 30, 40 years ago?
20 years ago. Even 20 years ago, it was the same guy. It was China. Even 20 years ago, it was China.
Yeah.
40 years ago, China was a heroin spot where everybody was doing opiates. Mao changed that.
Yeah.
But 20 years ago, China was number two. Still is very close to number two. And then you have all the semiconductors in Korea, Taiwan, Japan, robotics. What does Europe have? Not a whole lot. What does South America have? Not a whole lot. What does Africa have?
They actually have a lot.
Not a whole lot.
They do too.
The biggest emerging markets when you buy an ETF, if you look at the breakdowns of how it's managed through hedge funds, it is through China, Korea, Japan, Taiwan. Based
off how we are now. So
last 10, 15 years.
No, because we're looking at stuff in hindsight with the benefit of everything that's happened.
No, but hold on.
20 years ago, AI wasn't even like a concept.
It's not even AI.
Semiconductor EVs, like all the demand for all the stuff that you just mentioned, did not exist back then. We didn't know.
No, you don't know what I know. One thing
well,
I'll tell you.
You don't like. Hold on. I can appreciate. No, Arman, hold on. No.
I haven't even finished.
No, what I'm saying, like, I want to lay a baseline. I understand that you know more about this than me, but at the same time, I think we need to play fair and say, okay, if we're going to talk about 20, 30, 40 years ago, then you need to actually put yourself in those 20, 30, 40 years ago shoes. Otherwise,
20 years ago,
if we look at it right, yeah, .com bubble.
So what did you
20 years ago, these things didn't exist.
No.
And there was no concept of this existing.
There was some concept.
No, there wasn't.
You're not letting me explain.
There was no concept of a smartphone.
You're saying
in 2006.
Not a smartphone.
Then what?
Okay, what is that phone? What is the infrastructure of that phone?
Oh,
sure. There is AI.
Yeah, sure.
There is chip.
Sure.
There is memory.
Yeah.
There is infrastructure of hardware.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which portions of those existed 15, 20, 25 years ago? Infrastructure of electronics, infrastructure of software, infrastructure of hardware. Memory was before AI and semiconductors. So yes, I agree. In the year 2000, there was not an AI understanding broadly understood. But was there the electronics? 100%. Was there the chip manufacturers? You needed a chip for computers. You needed a chip for everything. Radiology, you needed a chip for every single thing. X-rays, anything.
Sure.
Those were before phones. Then you have the electronic infrastructure. Things like companies like LRCX, Lam. Those are strictly electronic infrastructure that existed 25, 30 years ago. Those companies have been around a lot longer than Microsoft, Apple, and these bigger Mag 7 guys. So my question to you is, even as a concept of what we understand, we could go back 25 years ago and say, America's the biggest player, but number 2, 3, and 4 is in East. You don't need to have a Canadian representative go to Europe. You need a Canadian representative to go to Japan, China, Taiwan, and Korea, because those places for the infrastructure still existed, for the memory still existed. Samsung was a thing back in the 20s.
Yeah, of course.
in the 2000s.
Yep.
So my understanding of this is much more shallow than a lot of these finance cabinet members, all these guys. But I can recall myself that this was a silly plan. Now, if everything goes well in life, everything goes well in life, sure. But we do have a 4-year. Do we have a 4-year? Because Trudeau was here for 9.
It's 4.
Then what was Trudeau here do?
He gets reelected. Whoop they do.
So there's
but
no limit.
That's what I'm saying. There is.
How many times?
In Canada,
look
3,
it up. There isn't.
4?
There isn't. Prime ministers do not have a limit on re-elections.
But they still need to get reelected.
But the concept you're talking about, where you're
4-year cycles.
It's a 4-year cycle.
Yeah.
But there's no limit. In the States, there's an actual limit.
The States has a term limit. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying we should be looking ahead beyond what we have. Anyways, let's stop it there.
Sure.
For the sake of keep going. We talked about a lot of stuff. Let's go real quick to LeBron leaving the Lakers and going on
That's wild.
Warriors.
But is the Warriors announced yet?
Yeah.
Where?
Even LeBron announced it. Jeannie Buss announced it.
Jeannie Buss is no longer in. She let go.
No. But I'm just saying, a lot of people announced that it's not just.
But is it like this is like Kawhi to the Raptors?
It's benign until it's officially announced.
Yeah.
So was him when he went to.
That's what I'm saying. It's not officially announced, but it's basically done.
Yeah.
Same way with Kawhi to the Raptors, because that's another big one.
Yeah, but that's not really big.
That's pretty big.
No, because this is the thing. You got AD. You got Steph Curry.
AD, bro, please. I have a better knee than AD at this point. Yes, I do.
I've seen you run.
Yeah. Have you seen AD run? You haven't, because he hasn't fucking played. Fuck off.
I love you, but
fuck off. Fuck off, man.
But if I was gonna say 10-mile run, you, AD, Rebecca, out of respect, I have to go with Rebecca first. 82.
No,
Hector.
Dude, if AD can make it 2 miles, I will fucking give you the keys.
Who else do they have? They have one more guy. That's
Toronto.
No.
Or the East. Golden State.
So they got Curry, AD, LeBron. There's one more guy that's on that roster. That's starting 5. That's an all-star. I forgot who exactly, but the potential in that team as far as legacy championship is insanity.
Let's see here. Oh, they got Butler. Fuck me. That's what you're thinking of. I think that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah. Anybody else? That's it, right?
Yeah. Let's see. It's all moving right now, but yeah, currently, based off of how they ended the season, your big names would have been.
Green got let go.
Oh, Porzingis.
That's
what you're thinking of, but he's all-star.
Okay.
No one else.
Did Green got let go?
No, Draymond Green's still around. Also, what do you say? AD. When did they get AD? That's also in the incoming. Okay. We're gonna get half of. You know how many games he's played in 2? I think I saw a crazy stat. Something like in the whole time that he was with Dallas, he only played like the equivalent of 10 games.
I don't think he's gonna be a big mover.
It's unreal.
No, he's not
it's fucking unreal.
It's like one of those guys you see on site that is supposed to be an all-star, but then you work with him and you're like, this guy's.
But he's still commanding that big salary because of what he did back in the day. It's crazy.
Trash.
It's crazy.
Trash. Lastly, you haven't been trial and erroring a lot of PEDs for cognitive health, but I've been.
I'm talking Viagra.
Up and down we could talk about Viagra. So Viagra, from my understanding, helps with
your blood vessels. It's a vasodilator.
The vasodilation of your blood vessels will help the oxygen reach your brain faster, which essentially in product will help with cardiovascular health. It
basically it improves blood flow everywhere. Obviously, people use it for it's a boner pill, blah blah. If you need acid. However, it's also good for other stuff.
Yeah.
England squad right now, they're going to play in Mexico, which is at Mexico City is at 2,200 meters above sea level. Pretty fucking high. People talk about the Mile High City. That's only 1,600 meters.
Yeah.
Add another 500 on top, which is basically equivalent of a grouse mountain. That's Mexico City baseline. So the English players, they play in fucking England's got no mountains, sea level. Yeah. So the squads have been given approval because it's not on the banned list. They're going to be given Viagra before the game. Nice. Get set up for that.
I want to change this idea to not performance enhancing as far as physical performance, but the mental performance.
Okay.
I've tried things like C-Max, C-Lank, Dihexa, which is actually very dangerous, Adderall, Vyvanse, a plethora of things. The number one thing I could tell you is every drug you will try, the first high is not the second high or the third or the last high. As you progress and as you age, your body lymph nodes gets rid of the product and you don't absorb as much. So therefore, your trajectory of taking more cocaine, crack, whatever, Advil, you need to take more every fucking time.
Right.
And depending on the half-life, depending on how long it stays in your body, that timeline may change. So you may stop doing Adderall for a year.
Yeah.
And you might get the first high again. You may stop weed. But the number one needle mover I've ever seen cognitively, and no one will agree to this, as far as crispness, Adderall.
Fuck, I was gonna say sleep. I thought you were gonna hit me with sleep. I'm like,
well, sleep is the natural.
Yeah, it is.
But the number one is Adderall.
Interesting.
And what I can tell you is it is not long-term available or beneficial.
Interesting.
You take one, the next day you take another one.
Yeah.
Let's say 15 milligrams, 30 milligrams, whatever. It's not the same high. It is so tragically different.
Interesting.
That it actually scared me.
Huh.
I threw all my Adderall pills away.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
That's saying something from you.
Yeah. Because I realized
that's saying something.
I realized the concept of Goyslov is this. This is one of that, and it is a trap.
Yeah.
And when I say Goyslov, I mean a trap. It's essentially a trap made to make you stay in a spot.
Yeah.
Have a problem.
Yeah.
And
wow.
I would really say like the best thing would be to just stay as sober as much as you can, and to continue life with your natural abilities until something truly proven comes out that is adhesive with longevity.
Yeah.
That's the key.
I like that. That's good fucking advice. Keep it all natural.
Keep it all natural.
From the guy himself. You heard it here first.
From the unnaturals of the
from the most unnatural. Keep it natural.
Peace.